Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about 3 of the biggest mistakes that I've made as a newer eBay. When it comes to eBay, I actually opened this account back in 1999 and currently I have a feedback rating of about 430. I've done about 537 sales lifetime over this, so I've dabbled in eBay off and on. And back in the early days of my eBay venture, I used to sell silver jewelry on here. So we would go to downtown LA, buy the silver jewelry at wholesale price, come back, list it on eBay, and we kept doing that for a couple of months. Made a little bit of money at it. Things fell off. We got interested in other things like work and life and whatnot. We were starting our family at that stage, and it basically fell off. But anyway, that business model has long gone by the wayside on eBay. eBay is flooded with silver jewelry now, and I've noticed the pricing is just nowhere near where I can touch it and still make money. But I did try to sell some silver jewelry on here again and recently, and we'll get into that as part of these 3 biggest mistakes. So without further ado, let's get into it. And maybe you've been experiencing some of this too. If you have, I'd like to hear from you in the comments, and also like, subscribe, all that jazz. So let's get going without further ado. One of the biggest mistakes I think that I've been making with my eBay account is sending out offers. And these are offers of something new that eBay has added. And you can see I've made some sales sending out offers so far. I've had 11 of them accepted, but I've sent 186 of these things so far. Now, I don't know if it's because my pricing is too high or people are just looky-loos and not really interested in buying my items, or it might be the competition kind of scoping me out. I don't know, but if you look at all of these here that I've sent out, this has been, let me see, I think I want to say since the end of last July. So today is September 2nd. And sure, I've sold some stuff using offers, but not that much. And I don't know what your experience has been, but when you send out offers, and let me just go over here to the current offers here. So I've got some offers here. Let me see, offers new. Anyway, I've got some eligible for offers that I need to send out. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that when you send out an offer, you're basically going to mark your stuff down another 10%, 20%, or whatever. I already run coupons in my store for 10% off. Plus, on top of that, you have the eBay promo listing charge plus the eBay fee. Plus, eBay makes a percentage off of the shipping. So by the time all of these things get paid off, you're lowering your prices, and there's just no meat on the bone left when this happens. And what's been going on with me is that it just really chisels away from the profits. So I don't know if you use promoted listings. I do, but when you mix that with an offer and a coupon, next thing you know, you're selling a $20 item for $6. And the only one making any kind of money here is eBay. So I don't know. I'm trying very hard to get to a point where I've made over 100 sales. I spoke to a eBay eBay technical support person on the phone, and I had them review my account, told them that I had been with eBay for a long time and that I'm just trying to get back into it. And he started going through my account and he said, well, you're doing really good, you're above standard, blah blah blah, but what you really need to do is get to over 100 sales. So far, let me see, my total sales Let's see, all orders as of today are basically 42. So I've still got a little bit of a mountain to climb, and that's okay. But when you are just striving for that 100 sale mark like I am, I think you leave yourself open. And right now, I don't really care that much about the money as much as I do unlocking more of what eBay has to offer, because what I believe is going to happen is that they start showing your items, they start presenting your items more often to potential buyers, because eBay knows that you are now a seller that is serious. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get to the status of. So anyway, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but if you could just leave me a little comment, I'd be interested in knowing what other people are thinking. So I know we spoke about silver jewelry earlier. Here's a ring that I listed. It's a very nice ring, and I think I paid about half of what I'm selling for wholesale. That's okay. You know, the markup in jewelry is pretty good, or at least it was. This picture here is not the most attractive picture for this ring, and I took it off the wholesaler's website because they said I could. And I was using sell similar because I listed some other jewelry and I kept hitting sell similar, and I didn't realize it, but rookie mistake number 2, pardon me, I didn't really get my description right here. In fact, knowing what I know now and what I've learned over the last couple of months, this title, as far as SEO for SEO optimization, would probably be something more like men's ring size 10, and then the other descriptive details, because what I think people are actually searching for when they go to the search is men's ring size whatever, or men's silver ring, or anyway, a lot of this other stuff here, this was taken off of the website for the vendor, the wholesaler, and that's a bozo no-no. So anyway, yeah, just really getting my titles right. What I also noticed with this too was, because I was in such a hurry to get started with eBay, I didn't really realize eBay is flooded with silver rings, silver jewelry. And if you look at some of these, I mean, these are pretty nice pieces, going for $8, you know. I cannot compete with that. I'm not even going to try. So, you know, looking at this, why in the world did I ever try to compete with silver jewelry? I think that these are a lot of, you know, people who are in the business. This is shipping out of India. I'm not going to compete with pricing from India. So I don't know, with the new tariff laws going into effect, people are not really going to be able to ship these items into the U.S. anymore. They're going to be tariffed on these, and things are going to get more expensive. So I don't know. I'm thinking a lot of these types of sellers may be going away if the new regulations on the tariffs hold, but we shall see. So anyway, going back to my listing here, what I also noticed when I set this up was this was set up as a gallery listing. I paid an additional $2 to have this listed in the gallery. So that means that even though I have a store that I get the free listings for, I was still paying the additional $2 to have this put into the gallery, which is supposed to give it additional, elevated exposure, which is kind of BS, because this ring only ended up getting like 5 views or whatever. So I'm revising this and taking it down. I might change the pricing. Well, I think pretty sure I'm going to change the pricing. Definitely change the title. This is not a square star ring, but anyway, I digress. The problems here are obvious. And my third and probably my most odd eBay mistake so far, during the time that I was off eBay taking a break, I would use eBay once or twice, a couple times a year, 2 or 3 times, just to sell the oddball thing that I had laying around that I didn't want to use anymore, that I thought was valuable, and get some money out of it. Other than that, I mean, I wasn't really using eBay, and that would go for years like that. And when I finally decided to get back into eBay and take a look at my account, what I noticed is that somebody else was using my account, and it was totally hacked. And I had to call eBay to gain control back to my account. And when I was on the phone with tech support, I kid you not, this is an interesting story, maybe I'll expand on another video, but the very same time we were in there changing the password and setting up the 2-factor login credential where they text you a code to your cell phone, and then you have to, put in the code after you put in your password, whatever. I'm sure you know how it works. But basically secure your eBay account. At the very same time we were doing that, someone else was changing my password simultaneously and preventing me from changing the password. And I believe it was somebody who had the inside scoop at eBay, or somehow they had hacked eBay's system, or there was somebody that was working there. I don't know. It was all very odd. And when I finally told the lady that, hey, I think this is going on from somebody there at eBay, because every time I change my password, somebody changes it back and locks me out of the account, and I've called you 3 times now. So long story short, I ended up getting a message. Somebody wanted to buy my eBay account from me for $300. And the reason why is because I've been on here since 1999, like I said, and I'm a trusted, I have a trusted account. And what they were selling was Microsoft pirated software. And, the whole thing, I had some more positive feedback on there. And if you look through my feedback a little bit, you'll see that there's some comments about how great the Microsoft Office software was that they did a digital download with. Well, they were doing that through my account. So lo and behold, yeah, eBay couldn't remove the feedback that was not really applicable to me. And it was all positive anyway, so, I didn't really fight them that much on it. But anyway, during that hack, looking at the addresses now, they had updated my address information. And if you go into the shipping addresses, you'll see your ship from address. And right here in this shipping address, they had somebody else's address. There was somebody else's address in there. It was somebody with the name Arnold Jackson, and they were shipping out of somewhere. And I think it was Oregon. I don't remember the exact state or whatever. But the first few shipments that I had, that I sent out this time around, I noticed that the first 3 sales that I did, they were being shipped from someone named Arnold Jackson. And I just looked at it when I printed out the shipping label, and I thought, this is odd. Who is this Arnold Jackson? Maybe he just likes my products and he's drop shipping from my eBay account. And I thought, this Arnold Jackson guy, every time I sell something here for the last 3-4 times, they're using the ship to address or ship from address as a different address than my own, and they're shipping it to their customer or whatever. And I just thought they were somehow drop shipping off of my account. And I didn't really care because the money was green and whatever, but I thought, if there's a return issue here or whatever, they're going to be sending it back to an Arnold Jackson. And I thought, Arnold Jackson, that's very, it's a very odd name. Who is this Arnold Jackson? But anyway, I did finally figure it out and went in and changed my shipping address to my own house. And it's just, eBay has now, since I've been on here, they have all of these reports and all of these settings. Here's the listings that I have eligible for these offers. This is brand new. I haven't sent any out today. I get these stacked up in here, but again, I already have discounts on these listings, and now I'm supposed to send offers with more discounts. At the end of the day, eBay doesn't really care so much if you make money as much as they care if they're making money. So anyway, when you go through your offers here, you'll see you have the opportunity to send the offers and mark it down here another, 10, 25% or whatever. And it's just a way for you to stay in front of the customer going, hey, I'm here. And so I do that, and I do it for 10, 20%. But yeah, anyway. So my 3 biggest mistakes so far were listing titles, sending out offers that are too deeply discounted when already promos exist for the listing that eBay chisels away money from you, and then the discounted coupons. So I'm going to cut back on that. And also the biggest one was sending out products without my correct ship to address on there, which duh, So anyway, kind of confessions of an eBay newbie. I don't know if I'm helping anybody or if you got anything out of it. Maybe it was just good for a laugh, but I want to get on here and share my experience and being completely transparent with my journey on eBay. This is a little over 2 months of being active on the platform again, and I'm really getting this thing going and getting the hang of this. So, man, there are a lot of different reports and stuff here to master, though, and a lot of different things to go through. So, no doubt I will, and some of this, let's face it, I'm just going to learn the hard way. So, that's all for me now. I'll take it easy. I'll talk to you later.